What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over some pretty big rumors on a state of play. Now, we've talked about this for a while. It kind of started with Jeff Grubb alluding that, over the next few weeks it's going to happen. He said that kind of earlier on in January. Now, this is actually a combination of quite a few different people, but Special Nick, who we've definitely talked about, and you don't have to believe him if you don't want to, but it is being kind of, seconded by other people. So it's more than just him, I would honestly say. And honestly, even if we get a fraction of the games that he teased, I think it would actually be a pretty good state of play. So number one, the rumor is the date, and it's the 31st. Now, I believe he said that, but actually Nate the Hate, who, another leaker, said it would either be the 31st or the 1st. So you're looking at this Wednesday or this Thursday, which means, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, that's when we would, hear about it. They got to give you a few days head start, right? So that's the rumored date, either Wednesday or Thursday. The rumored game, Special Nick goes on like a nice little, kind of like the Snitch used to do, or, other kind of leakers. We'll decode what he's saying. It's not that difficult. So here's his lineup here, and whether it's what he was told or he heavily assumes it, whatever it might be, here's what he said is going to be there. Rise of the Ronin, Death Stranding 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Sonic Generations Remaster, Silent Hill 2 Remake, a new Metro game, Judas, the game from Ken Levine, and the Until Dawn, whatever it might be, right? Port, remaster, whatever it is. That would be insane. If we want to look just one at a time, Rise of the Ronin makes a lot of sense, right? Coming out in March. You need the Final Fantasies of the world, but again, that's coming in this list. So Rise of the Ronin, you're nailing games for the next couple months. Death Stranding 2, this has been something long teased and long talked about. Obviously, that makes sense. 7 Rebirth, you'd be a month away, slightly less than a month, so that makes a lot of sense. Sonic Generations Remaster, that would kind of be coming out of left field. I've never seen any leaks for this, so that doesn't mean that there haven't been any. It's just I haven't personally seen it. Silent Hill 2, obviously, I've talked about it maybe more than anybody on YouTube. We need it. We need to see some gameplay. We need, hopefully, a release date. The new Metro game. Now, what's interesting about this does make a lot of sense. I actually covered, there was a lot of rumors over the summer. There was a lot of speculation that going into Gamescom, we would get a new Metro game, revealed. So, that was something back in August that we had talked about. I definitely remember, making a video on it. So that makes a lot of sense. Judas, that one is probably the most out of left field. Maybe Sonic, but besides Sonic, I guess Judas. It's been a year and a few months since we saw it back at the Game Awards of 2022. I think it's further along. Like, Ken Levine did an interview with Colin Moriarty, and it definitely sounded like the game was further along than maybe some people thought. That was not. Sometimes they'll show games at the Game Awards that just started, right? You look at Blade and other games that maybe start 6 to 12 months before they show it at the Game Awards. Judas was not one of those. Judas has been in the works for years and years and years. And the rumors were that it's had some trouble. A lot of Ken Levine's games have pretty rough development cycles. So that actually does make sense that it would have issues. But this is not a game that started last year. This is a game that hasn't been around for 1 year. It's probably been around for 3, 4, 5 years. So that would be pretty cool. And maybe you can get even like a release year. I don't expect it this year. If Judas comes out this year, I would be shocked and I'd be very, very excited. And then Until Dawn, we've talked about those rumors, and with the movie and, the idea of the port and stuff, or remaster, putting it on PC and PS5 definitely makes a lot of sense as well. So yeah, we went through them all individually, but if we were to get this exact lineup now, would we get this exact lineup? Well, you got to have a little bit of caution there, right? Because, we've heard lists for Game Awards and Gamescoms and things like that. Look, sometimes they're right. Like going into the Xbox showcase, the rumors pretty much lined up with what we ended up getting. So sometimes they are really in line. Sometimes things are missing. So, there's a lot of games there. Even if we got 4, I think there's maybe 8 of them in all, maybe 9. If we got half of what we, said out loud, I think that'd be a pretty darn good state of play. So looking forward to it. If it happens, man, I actually think I would cover almost all of those games, so I don't really know how I would do videos, but we'll figure it out in a couple of days. So let me know what you guys think of the rumor in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.